Have you ever wondered why the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer? Well, I'll simplify it for you. But firstly, I want to congratulate you for clicking on this video and deciding to level up a life. So subscribe for the channel and like the video so you could continue getting more value and keep getting richer, and don't forget to continue watching the video till the very end so you could learn what are the 6 mistakes that are stopping you from getting rich. And with that being said, let's start with the first mistake, which is spending more money. It is true, we all want the best things our money can pay for. Fancy restaurants, new clothes, video games, and basically anything that pleases us. But what if I told you you do not really need all the things you waste your money on? Sure, there are some necessary expenses that you cannot avoid, but you gotta know when too much is too much. For instance, these subscriptions that you never use, or living in a very expensive place where it's way too big for one person. These examples of things that you're spending way too much money on that you don't even have to. It is in your best interest to eat at affordable restaurants or cook at home and cut down on these expenses that you do not really need to spend too much money on. If you do not really need it, why do you trick yourself into believing that you need to spend money on this specific thing? It gets even worse. Imagine if you're an overspender and you get access to a lot of credit, which means you're gonna continue taking more credit to buy things that you do not really need. And this is gonna take us to our next step, incurring too much debt. That can be helpful to get you your first car, your first house, or even grow your business. But like I said, that has to be managed wisely. Taking more credit than you can afford will set your finances back big time. Do not fall into the trap of utilizing too much debt to purchase stuff that are not gonna give you a positive return on investment. Now you're gonna ask yourself, so what do I mean by that? It is not the same utilizing that to buy an expensive pair of shoes or utilizing that to purchase your first rental property. I'll give you an example. I'm almost $2 million in debt due to my rental portfolio. But that is good debt because it's generating me monthly passive income. So next time, before utilizing that and swiping your credit card, ask yourself, is this a good debt or a bad debt? And now, before getting into the third point, I want you to comment down below what are some of the good and the bad debts that you've gotten yourself into, so we could learn from each other and we could all discuss further. One major mistake you need to avoid is having one job. If you really want to make money and if you really want to be rich, you cannot have one stream of income. You really need to work hard and multiply your streams of income. I know by now you're thinking, I barely have any time for my current job. How the heck would you want me to take on another job? Well, this kind of thinking is not gonna take you anywhere. We all have got 24 hours in a day, and if you really want to make money, you can make time for a side hustle. And this could be anything from styling to freelance writing, video editing. As long as there's something that you're good at, then you can use these skills to start generating income. After hearing this, if you thought and you asked yourself that, hey, what am I good at? And you do not really know what you're good at and what is it that you could do, I would highly recommend you clicking the link in the description, and I'm gonna make sure that I will set you on the right path. And this is gonna lead us to another mistake you should avoid, which is not saving and investing money. You see all the money that you're making, you're gonna end up spending it on one thing or another. Wouldn't it make more sense to save up some of that money? But you gotta keep in mind that saving money is never gonna make you rich. Well, Hassan, what are you saying? You just said you gotta save up money, and now you tell me that if I save up money, I'm not gonna be rich. So what is it that I should do? Well, if you save up your money and keep it under your pillow, it's never gonna grow, and you will never become rich. But you're gonna save up your money with the purpose of investing that money. And when it comes to investing, I'm gonna share with you some examples and places where you could invest your money to get a positive return on investment. And the first place you need to invest your money at is yourself. Yes, you heard it. You need to invest in yourself. Hire yourself a mentor, purchase a course and learn a new skill from that course, invest in real estate, or you could invest in stocks. And speaking of stocks, I strongly recommend you checking out WEBULL. It is an investment platform where you could get 20 free shares valued at $3,000 to $3,000 each. And I'll leave you with a link in the description. Don't forget to click it after watching the video. There are many different ways of investing. All what you need to do is be open-minded, willing to learn, and subscribe to my channel. Well, now let me ask you a question that I bet you've heard many times, but you do not want to bother think about it, which is, do you have any retirement plan? That takes us to our fifth point, which is planning your retirement. I know what goes through your mind when you hear that question. You just want to delay it. You don't want to think about it. You think it is something complicated. I don't make enough money. Why would I even think about it? Well, my friend, you're completely wrong. One day, you will regret not taking a step into planning your retirement. All what you need to do is educate yourself about the different options that are available for you. And there are many options that you could look up online, you could learn from other people. Just like you're consuming content right now, and I'm very proud of you for being here, you could go ahead and consume content teaching you what kind of retirement plans are best for you. So I'm going to share with you what I highly recommend you doing as a stepping stone, which is investing in a Roth IRA. If you're 20 years old today and you invest $100 a month, by the time you retire, you will have about $500,000 that is tax-free. No brainer, isn't it? And now I want to talk to you about the sixth mistake that most of you do, which is hanging out with the wrong people. Now, I would not want you to hate your friends, but I want you to sit down and think, is there people in your circle that inspire you and motivate you to do better in life? And if the answer is no, then you need to change that circle immediately. You see, the most valuable thing in life is time, because you cannot get it back. So be respectful to your own time and invest it into something that makes you a better person. If as of today you're doing better than all your friends, then you really need to continue watching this video. Have you heard the saying, if you're the smartest one in the room, then you're in the wrong room? I know some of you like being recognized as the best in the circle. That gives you the ego boost and makes you more confident. So you want to continue being in that circle because that's when you're comfortable and recognized. But the sad reality is, if you're not gonna challenge yourself to be around people that are better than you, are richer than you, then I'm sorry, you're never gonna change. The right people would open up your eyes on new skills and new opportunities you would have never thought about, and you would never thought they even existed. And speaking of skills, I've created a full video talking about lucrative side hustles and skills that would make you tons of money. And since you're here on YouTube, I assume you like consuming content. And I would highly recommend you to consume this kind of content that is gonna continue making you better and pushing you to success. And with that being said, click the link up here so you could learn more about these skills, and I'll see you there.